What's up, everyone? This is Squigs, and welcome back to another episode of Squiggy's Romp. We're here with Return to Shadower by Darken. We're on the third wing of it, I would say. It's been awesome so far. We got custom bosses, we got custom graphics, we got custom music, we got good level design, all in all, resulting in an excellent experience. I gotta sneeze. Alright, sorry about that. I guess I'm having bad allergies. I turned on my AC for the first time in a long time, because it was like, it's because of that thing I was talking about the last episode where I was feeling all flushed. I slept with the AC on and shit, and yeah, like I think it might have pumped a bunch of dust into my room because I haven't cleaned it in fucking forever because it's been off. Anyways, we're going to Lava Land entrance, which I'm hoping we can get by. Yeah, this is the same day as the last act. You need to press Brackeroos button to progress to proceed. Alright, I can't get through there. Oh, whoa. Cool effect. I wasn't expecting this to actually be a level. I can't remember if the other ones were levels or gates, but just like a gate level to let you through. Yeah, it's the same day as it was when we last talked. I just had a couple... I actually don't have very much time, so this might be a quick episode depending on what goes down. I'm gonna have to eat some food soon. With I'm not gonna my roommates are gonna be making food. I'm not gonna just ditch them and not eat dinner with them, so I'll have to go if that comes up. But hopefully we can get a good couple episodes in. My face is still a little bit numb, still freaking me out a little bit. But it feels, I can't tell if it feels any less than when we last talked. It does feel less than the original day by a little bit, so that's good. That was dumb of me. Yeah, but I don't think it's gotten any better since then. It's only been like a few hours. Alright, so I did remember about the thing I wanted to tell Manfred, the hacker, who hacked MMOs for profit, like as his sole employment. He would hack MMOs, which, for the record, before I start, I am completely against. I think hackers in games like that are fucking assholes. Like, if I grind my ass out in RuneScape to get fucking GP by mining coal, and you hack a bunch of coal into the game and fuck up the economy and make my coal worth less, I feel like you're an asshole. You know what I mean? As a player of MMOs, I don't like it. But, as a programmer, I found the things he did very interesting. Like, it was a whole thing. I can link to it in the description or something, called Stop that! I'm looking at you. You're not allowed to do that. You're not a fucking ghost. You can do whatever you want. I forget the rules. Yeah. It was a whole, podcast. Darknet Diaries, I think, did it. I'll send you the... I'll link it in the description in case you want to check it out yourself. Very interesting. So this guy, Manfred, he's playing old video games. He said he'd play an MMO. He'd eventually get bored of it, and then he'd start messing around with packets and the way that they're interpreted by the system. So, when you play something online, your computer sends packets and receives packets for the information. That's kind of what the information is in when it's sent over the internet. You might say, oh, I send a packet saying I swing my sword, and then your character on screen swings his sword. Something like that. And it's kind of an oversimplification. But it's pretty much that. So he started he would get something that could intercept packets, and then he would read them. He'd be like, okay, I'm gonna click on this thing, in World of Warcraft, right? He's I'm gonna click on this thing to add a talent point to my skill tree, right? So, let's see what happens when I do that. What packets are sent to make that happen on the server side? So he looks at the packet, he's like, okay, it's add one to this skill tree kind of thing, is basically what the packet sends. So he's like, what if I just send that packet, manually? I write up a packet that says, add one to my skill tree, what will happen then? What? I was not expecting that. You rarely, if ever, see those coming out of a fucking pipe that you need to go in, so that was kind of a good little trick right there. There's no reason they can't be. It's just you don't expect that. It definitely got me. So he sends the packet to add a talent to his skill tree, and what he figured out is it added the skill point just fine, but it didn't subtract... That guy just glitched into the wall. It didn't subtract the talent point from his pool of available things. You get a talent point or whatever. I don't really know WoW, so I might be using the slightly wrong words. But basically, you get a skill point when you level up, or some amount of skill points when you level up. Maybe 5. And then you can spend them all in different, talents. God damn it. I wasn't expecting that one either, because it's literally not in the water. We'll come back to that in a second. So yeah, basically, you get like 5 talents every level, but he figured out he could spend them without actually spending his resource of them, so he could be like level 5 and be fully decked out with like as if he was level 60 or 100 or whatever the fuck it is or was at that time. So that's obviously a pretty big exploit right there, but not profitable. You can't profit off that in the way that he wants to, because you can't sell that, really. You know what I mean? So his first one, that was like one of the interesting ones, because everyone's played WoW, so you kind of know. I actually have it, which is, so it's kind of a bad example, but a lot of people have played WoW, so you can kind of visualize what that is if you have played, and why that would be good. But he's found a lot more profitable ones in lesser known games. Well, the one that he started on was actually Ultima Online, which is a pretty fucking big one. It was like one of the first MMOs that existed, period. It might be the first MMO that existed, period. Fucking killed it. We're too good. What is this one gonna be? Ah! I'll burn you! Oh my god, this is so fucking cool. God damn it. This hack is amazing. Alright, we're going for the spike run. Jesus Christ. This is not gonna let me tell my story, I don't think. Oh, well, it's not so bad so far. So, Ultima Online, he figured out there's this thing called houses you had. Basically, you could build a house and keep all your stuff safe in it. Like, it's a very PvP environment, Ultima Online. Oh, here we go. So, oh god, I hate these things. So you have these houses that you can build and store all your shit in. Oh, I was like on both of them at once. For some reason, I thought that one was gonna go back. Probably because it had an ender to it. Like, I'm pretty sure it had that thing that bounces it back, but what do I know? So he sent the command to, he looked at the packet that he sent to break his house down, right? And it's like, okay, here's a command saying break this house with his house ID attached to it. So he went over to his neighbor's house and he started like clicking around on objects or something until he got a packet that contained their house ID. Like, inspected a block with house ID blank or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, somehow he got that number by interacting with his neighbor's house. Can I land on this, please? Okay. So he sent the command to break his neighbor's house ID, and nothing happened. And he's like, oh, that kind of sucks. I thought I might be able to do that. And then, oh god. So he goes back to his house and opens up his house, like, menu, like the menu to interact with your house, and then he sends the same packet again for his neighbor's house ID, trying to break it, and his neighbor's house collapses, leaving all of his stuff on the ground for him to just come and take. Super dick move, by the way. And basically, the game isn't checking whether or not you own the house to see if you can destroy the house by sending the packet number. It was checking whether or not you had the house interface open on your computer. And if you did, and you sent a destroy house packet, it would destroy the house with the number you sent. Like, that's the only thing it was doing. So, that's what I'm talking about when I say, like, the programming end of it's really interesting to me, because you can kind of get a glimpse behind where they fucked up on the programming. Okay. So he also realized that he gets a house deed in his pocket, in his, like, backpack when he did this. And houses were worth money, like real life money on eBay. And the highest value houses were like castles or something like that, which were really large. And they were worth upwards of like $1,000 to buy on eBay at the time. So you think this guy can just send a packet, destroy some guy's house, totally fuck up his day and ruin his fucking life, but then he makes $1,000 by selling it on eBay. So that part to me is pretty fucked up. Like, this is him just starting. I totally don't agree with that. Like, that's really bad, because someone else worked for that, you know what I mean? And did it, and then you just fucking come in there and break it and then ruin their day, and through no fault of their own, they lose everything. And there's a lot more to that story. Oh, shit, can I get this? Yeah! Oh, I needed to get that. Hold on one second. Yeah, there's a lot more to the Ultima Online story, but I'll leave that for now, because there's a lot of things to cover. But that was basically how he made money there. I'm fucked. If this doesn't have a star in it, if it has a continuation star, I'm fucked. Yep. Alright. Yeah, those are the star blocks that only appear should you have a star already. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna need to be back there, because I was at a midway point. And I've ran out of lives. Thank God. Oh my god, I'm such a fucking idiot. I just went to drink some water because I was going to go off mic, and then I started to say thank God, but I did it with the water bottle in my mouth, and I just dumped water all over my fucking self. It was... like, I tried to pull it back in time to, like, say stuff without losing the timing of, like, how you speak, and I just fucking drenched myself right now. Jesus Christ. But thank God for saving after every level, was my point that I wanted to make. Alright, we're back. We're gonna try this again, getting running speed this time, so I'm not, like, trotting along. But okay, so there's some more exploits I want to talk about. I'm not gonna be able to remember which ones belong to specific games after this point. Oh my God. Talk about fucking dead! I hate wall jumping. No! Didn't make it in time. Alright, I'm just gonna die like a man. I'm not even gonna bother. The death sprite's pretty cute. I never looked at it so much like that. Take a zoom in on that, Squigs. Editor Squigs. Come on, show the people. It's kinda cute. Alright, come on. If I don't... There we go, much better. Okay. Come on. There we go. So the other things that he did... I'm not going to be able to remember the specific games as much, but he did like some Final Fantasy. Are you kidding me? There's not a wall there. Oh, I saw the exit too. Alright. We'll get this next time. Okay, so I'm real quickly going to speed run through all these fucking things that he did, because I can see the end of the levels about here. So, in one game, he figured out that you could send in the login packet twice, meaning he could log into a character that was already logged in, so he could log in his character. Oh no! I fucking hate wall jumping in this game. He could log into his character, drop his shit on the ground, log in again, and his character would load with the database copy of everything that his character had, because he didn't save to his character yet, because that was saved. Your character is saved when logged out. So basically, it would duplicate all of his stuff. Other than that, he could do a lot of integer underflows, or overflows, where he would, like, give someone negative amount of an item in trade. So someone would have 0 potions, and he'd give them -1 potions, and if you know how underflowing integers works, basically, they can count to, let's say they count from 1 to 1,000, it's much bigger than that. So, if you counted up a computer, 0 to 1,000 is how big your number can hold. Once you counted to 1,001, it would actually go back down to 0. So if you have 0 of something, you subtract it, it actually thinks it's 1,000. It can't think in any other numbers except 0 to 1,000. So when you go one place under 0, it's actually the biggest place. So he would do that and get like 65 billion potions in a game and put them on the market, or 65 billion experience points, stuff like that. Let me think, is there another interesting type of one that he did? I can't remember. Like, I listened to it, I was like half sleeping when I listened to it, but it was really interesting. It was really interesting, so maybe I'll just let them describe the rest of it to you. If you think that's something you might be interested in, go check it out. I'll link to the Darknet Diaries website, so you can go fucking see for yourself and see if you like it. Yeah. I don't usually do that, but I found it particularly interesting, so I guess I'll just randomly endorse someone that I didn't know about until yesterday. Anyways, friends, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Squiggy's ROM Hack Romp. We'll be back soon with another one. I have a feeling the next one's going to be the end of this little wing of it, and then we'll go on to the final wing. Ooh, won't that be something? Yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see y'all there in the next one. I'm gonna go fucking change out of these soaking wet clothes. So, until next time, have a wonderful afternoon.